واحد اثنين ثلاثة أربعة خمسة. Okay. Hey everyone, my name's Azra. I'm a chiropractor and artist based in Dubai. And I'm here with Khamsa. Enjoy the show. So I grew up in Aurora, Ontario in Canada up until the age of 11 and then spent my high school here in Dubai. Let's say very green, very white. There's a lot of snow. There was a pond, so very brown and blue with the sky. But yeah, I think suburban, pond, forest, childhood. I would say that, oh, that's a tough one. Kind, peaceful, and easygoing. Oh, I would say probably driving up Jabal Akhdar. That was in March, but I remember being really scared and I felt so brave, and doing it was like a huge achievement because it's very steep and not many girls will drive up there by themselves. I honestly wouldn't really say that I have any idols. I just try to be a good person and learn from my mistakes and from people that are better than me, but I wouldn't really say that I have any idols, to be honest. Yeah. When I was younger, so actually when my teen years I wanted to be a makeup artist, and I did do a bit of makeup in university, but then when I moved back to Dubai after school, just wasn't the right space for me, to be honest. It was a lot. Yeah. I'd always stay inspired by going to nature regularly. Yeah, just going on long drives, going for swims, just trying to find that silence for my mind, essentially, that somehow resets the hectic Dubai brain. Yeah. I mean, I think one thing led to another. I did start with the makeup, and then I started making bags after that, and my friends encouraged me to make that into a business. From the bags, I had done a very traditional henna design and had a photo shoot with Cheb Moha, and those photos of that traditional henna kind of propelled me to explore henna further. And yeah, with the magic of social media and Instagram, it became a lot more than just a passion project. And that was 2017, and here we are. Yeah. Cockroaches. But in saying that, I've been learning to fight that fear. Instead of screaming and retreating and running away, I will take a deep breath in and face the monster that is the cockroach, and get to business. So that's been fun. Yeah. But cockroaches have always been a big one, always make me scream. Spiders, daddy long legs, I don't mind. I think they're kind of cute. I lived in Australia, so there were these big, I forgot what they're called. No, not tarantulas. They were harmless, but they're ginormous. And yeah, so you kind of get used to seeing those as well. So yeah, spiders I don't find as scary. Lizards, I just get the ick. They're just slimy and squishy and gross to look at. I just, ugh, but not scared. There's an ayah from the Quran that I really love, and it is لَإِن شَكَرْتُمْ لَأَزِيدَنَّكُمْ, it's a statement from God, and He says that if you are grateful, I will give you more. So I love this. So whenever I kind of want to complain, which happens, a lot, I just think, no, just actually flip it, and instead be grateful and allow more blessings to come in. So that's one that I try to apply these days. I think I would love to retire in a surf town and just spend a lot of time learning how to surf. I think my favorite surf town was Taghazout in Morocco. So that was really beautiful. Would love to go back there. Yeah, maybe Taghazout. I think when you're in the zone with your closest friends and you just kind of forget yourself and let go and get into the giggles for absolutely no reason, that's a happy time. That's a happy moment. I think like just like when you're in the water, but like you can stand in the water and the water's just like flat and you can see the horizon and it's like really early in the morning and it's quiet. I think probably that's a good happy place. Yeah. I would say just like embrace the weird, you know? Like it's obviously when you're learning, you have to learn from someone. So and initially you might have to copy a little bit, and that's honestly part of learning. But then after that, just embrace like your own weirdness and find your way. Like don't like I was a weird kid. Like it's fine. But I think the weirdness is what later on makes you different. So yeah, just be weird. But yeah, I don't know if that's the best advice, but yeah. I think for creative, it works. Yeah. I started my brand out of a need. I mean, I'd say like everything that I've designed is always out of a need. So at the time, it was COVID, classic tale. I couldn't get the henna that I needed, and a girl online offered to teach me, and it was in Ramadan at that time, which is like, you know, it's peak henna season, and you couldn't get any henna artists. You also couldn't go to the salon. So that's when I launched the product, and it did really well because it was just, at the time, it was really needed. And since then, it's been like another great tool to like collaborate with other artists and kind of explore different, just meet people from around the world in that way. But I think as a creative anyways, you get to meet wonderful people. There's been some people that, you know, I admire that I just thought, okay, let me just send them a DM, and you never know. And then, you know, sometimes they reply and many times they don't, and you've started a conversation and you never know what can come from there. So I'm also like a big fan of that, of like just taking initiative, you know, and to meet the right people. Yeah, like it doesn't hurt to be kind. If you're really stressed, please don't give it out to the world. Like deal with your own stuff before you put it on other people, because it just like is a everlasting effect that keeps on going. So yeah, be kind and think before you put your anxieties onto others. Yeah. I mean, you know, like to your besties it's okay, but in general, like we need to also kind of like be careful what we put out. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's been a long day. Sorry. Well, I mean, this is like an obvious one, I think, but I would love to do henna for Bella Hadid. So hopefully, inshallah, one day. Other than her, I would love to do actually henna for Bisan Awad. So we need that award to end so we can finally meet and I can do her henna. Yeah, those are the two that I feel like are a bit far and would be great if it could happen. Yeah. I would say that like I love like line work. I also love like when I do henna, like kind of looking at the hand as like something that's moving and evolving. So thinking of it as like a 3D kind of, which it is, like something that's moving. So I like kind of incorporating the design to kind of take you on that journey somehow. And if I can like make anything that looks a bit of an optical illusion, then I'm really happy. Yeah, I like the lines, dots, like a lot of meditative, repetitive work, which is a lot of what henna is anyways. But I'd say that maybe like mine's potentially even like easier than like the traditional Indian stuff. But that's if you want to sit for 2 hours and do like just dots, you know, like, or just lines, then yeah, then it's easier. But it's still a lot of work. Oh yes, so I love making sourdough. This summer was the summer of ice cream. Yes, I made rutab ice cream a couple times. I made orange ice cream. What else? I made like a bunch of different. Yeah, I made the rutab. So rutab is like the fresh dates. Rutab ice cream. Yes. What else? I made like maple walnut, or was it maple? No, sorry, maple pecan. So that's been like, yeah, an ice cream summer. Also very much into sourdough. Because I mean, who doesn't love bread and the smell of bread? So yeah, there's a lots of like other kind of passion projects. I love feeding people, even if it's just bread and sourdough. We live far, so it's always a great way to call people over. Yeah, they're like, okay, great. I'm like, done, easy. But yeah, I'd say those are the two other side quests. And then pottery recently, which has been I love the parable of humans and clay, So yeah. Favorite childhood memories? I would say fishing for frogs in the pond. It's going for walks in the forest with my grandma. We went to a Islamic school that was in a basement in Toronto. So those are some crazy memories. So next, so I've been exploring other forms of traditional craft. I love with henna how it's how it really connects the whole region together. And I think a lot of traditional crafts are like that because obviously before there were no borders, and there were a lot of people moved in caravans, so there's a lot of shared crafts. So yeah, kind of exploring and learning different traditional crafts is kind of where I'm going right now. Again, anything I can do with my hands. Yeah.